Welcome back. Come on in, all you lovers. I was laughing a second ago because I realized it's Wednesday and we're talking about humping. Happy hump day! Different kind of hump day. So if you haven't had a chance to check out the graphics I posted maybe 45 minutes ago, have a look. Oh, darn it. I was going to bring over my Lucy Libido book to show you guys. This is an amazing book, like filled with everything I'm talking to you guys about in this class. I pretty much learned from this book called Lucy Libido. There's an oil for that. You can find it on Amazon, I think maybe 10 or 12 bucks. And it goes through, like I said, in really great detail, everything that I've been talking to you guys about. So order yourself one if you want to have this stuff on the ready. So if you haven't checked out the hormone section of this class, I highly recommend it. Like I mentioned in the video I did last night, if your hormones are out of whack, you're not going to want to get to this stage in the game anyway. So, dang, those little frizzies. So you want to check out those hormone information just so you realize kind of maybe where you might need a little extra support. And then once you're ready for go time, we can start integrating some of these super fun oils that I'm going to talk to you about. So let's get down to it. These oils are going to be aphrodisiacs. They're the ones that are going to kind of help set the tone, get you in the mood, things that you could use right up to and including when you're in the bedroom, or perhaps even throughout the day to kind of get you ready for your Mr. Other significant other when they come home or when you know they're coming over for a date night. So the first oil that I want to talk about is ylang ylang. You can say it however you want. Lang lang, ylang ylang, doesn't matter. It's the same flower. This is a stunningly gorgeous, the aroma of this flower is like no other. It grows kind of along the equator. So when I was living in Belize, we had a ylang ylang tree on the property and it only blooms at like 7 in the morning for just like a little bit of time. So it was a really fun one to run out and smell right in the morning. It's a little bit too floral for some people. I get it. I actually love it, but when I first got it, it was like, whoa. So I would recommend, if you feel like it's a little too floral for you, mix it with something. Mix it with some orange and cypress, which I'll talk about in a second. Oh, I wish you guys had smell-o-vision. It is so nice. So ylang ylang is one of the highest aphrodisiac oils, probably just second to jasmine, but it's way more affordable. It balances the male and female energies, so it's actually a really good oil to use for both of you, but mostly, you know, put it on you and let your partner get the benefits from it that way. The majority of, actually all of the oils I'm going to talk to you about right now can be used on the inner thigh and also 2 inches below the navel. So I'll put a graphic up probably tomorrow. I'm going to post a bunch of DIY recipes for Love Lubes and like roller bottles. So I'll put that graphic up. It just shows you kind of where it's recommended to use these. But basically inner thigh and then just above the pubic bone. And those oils are going to penetrate into that area and do what they need to do. So with the ylang ylang, you can apply that directly to the inner thigh. A lot of these you do want to make sure you're using a carrier, but the ylang ylan's pretty mellow, but still I recommend using a carrier because then it lasts longer. So yeah, if this is too strong, like I said, mix it with some cypress, some orange, maybe even some clary sage, which I'm about to talk about. So anyway, highly recommend. This is a great one to have on hand for those romantic days. Oh, it's so nice. It also reduces blood pressure, ylang ylang. So increased libido, decreased blood pressure, gets y'all relaxed and in the mood. It's a perfect blend. Okay, so clary sage, I know I mentioned this yesterday because of the estrogen that it provides, but I just kind of want to reiterate why that would be important for go time. You want to have estrogenic support all month long, but specifically before you go to the bedroom, clary sage is going to give you, it's going to make the difference between the Sahara Desert and a rainforest in your South Pole, right? So when we have low estrogen, we have vaginal dryness. We don't have a lot of lubrication. Clary sage applied to the inner thigh and again just below the above the pubic bone, about 2 inches below the navel, is going to, like within minutes, increase your natural lubrication because you're increasing the estrogen levels down there. The other really nice thing that it does is, as our estrogen levels go up, so do our desires to reproduce, right? And it doesn't mean you're going to get pregnant. It's not about getting pregnant. It's about tricking our brains into wanting to, go to bed with someone, or, your lover, because you want to be more active when you're fertile. When you're fertile. So it kind of gives us that sensation of being fertile, which makes us like, ooh. So another reason why every woman should have clary sage in her vault, right? You can use it throughout the month for estrogenic support, and then on the day of or night of to increase your lubrication and your sense of, desire to be intimate. I'm trying to use like G-rated words. I don't know if it's going well. So those are the single oils. Let's see. I'm going to do Joy next. So if you haven't heard of Joy, this oil is amazing. It is one of the highest frequency oils that Young Living makes. And when your frequency is high, you are more able to open up to love, to intimacy. If you're, stressed and running around worried about everything that happened in the day, that's like kind of a more low frequency vibe. You put some Joy on and it just kind of, like I said, it increases your, oh God, it smells so good. It just brings you this sense of love. In fact, Joy was actually originally called Love. I'm not sure why they changed the name, but it really, really has super high frequency. I love to put it in my cleavage. Not that I have much, but, down there. And then it's kind of like I have my own little diffuser going all day long. It's a really great heart chakra opening oil. So again, opening to love. And a really neat thing that I just recently learned is that Joy also has this really cool effect on men where it makes them go into the kind of brainwave state that you would have during pillow talk. So after you've already copulated, done the deed, and then you're laying there and you're both in that kind of afterglow, it makes men feel that way. So talk about a great way to get their mind, thinking about that experience. So again, Aphrodisiac for both of you. Apply it to you, cleavage, pulse points, inner thighs, and that's just going to add to that experience of him feeling that love and kind of bonding you guys. So I love Joy, regardless. A lot of these oils are like applicable into the bedroom situation, but also just in everyday life. I really, really love the way Joy makes me feel on a day when I'm like, meh. Or maybe it's raining and I'm kind of just not my highest self. Again, when you shift your frequency, you shift your whole reality. So it's pretty fun to play with. So this is a great one. This has all these really lovely floral, like jasmine, ylang ylang, rose, geranium, bergamot, these like really beautiful floral oils. So some people aren't that keen on geranium, which I get. It's a pretty powerful scent. This actually took me a little bit to warm up to. So another really great option is Sensation. Sensation was pretty much designed to be kind of like this aphrodisiac blend, and it doesn't have the geranium in it. Sorry, I got a phone call. So you're going to get a little bit less of that like heady geranium scent, but it still has those lovely jasmine, rose, ylang ylang. And what's really nice about Sensation is that it is mild enough that you can apply this directly to your love button, if you will, and not have to worry about using a carrier. So if you're just kind of in the heat of the moment and you're like, hold on, let me do something that's going to make me just extra special tingle, you don't have to worry about getting up and finding some sort of, coconut oil or something to kind of dilute it with. You can just go direct. Oh my God, I wish you guys could smell this. Okay, so if you love geranium, get the Joy. If you're not sure about the geranium, get the Sensation. This is a really, really great blend to add to just a little bit of carrier to make your own massage oil. Oh my goodness. Yeah, highly recommend trying that. Actually, we're doing a DIY make and take tonight, and we're going to be using the sensation oil to make a lover's massage oil for Valentine's Day. So yeah, that's a great idea. Okay, so I'd like to talk about orange, which you wouldn't think of orange as being an aphrodisiac, but it actually is. And what's really neat about orange is that it has this way of making you feel like a kid again. It's kind of like the oil of childlike freedom from worry and just being like, like everything's good, feeling relaxed, feeling like there's no stress because you're a kid again and you're just lighthearted and free. And there have been really, really interesting reports about women who use the orange oil maybe postpartum when they're not quite feeling up to snuff in terms of like feeling confident in the bedroom or wanting to have sex, or, you know, just that kind of general frigidity. Women have found really, really great results using the orange oil. And again, this is one that you could apply on the inner thigh, or on the below the belly button like we talked about, or even just in the diffuser. You're just wanting to smell this, and it's going to give you this kind of sense of peace and calm, and get you in a relaxed state of mind where you're more confident and comfortable just being touched and being loved. Okay. Another little thing about orange oil is that for your mister, orange stimulates the production of an amino acid called glutathione. Glutathione is one of the 3 things that a man needs in order for his soldier to stand at attention. And we're going to talk a bit more about some other oils for that soldier probably tonight. But just so you know right now, glutathione, I always do this. I want to say L-arginine and testosterone. So 3 main components. Anyway, the glutathione is one that orange can actually help him produce. So that would just be, you know, adding orange oil to his water every day, or taking it as a supplement, really. And you'll notice those levels increase, and it over time will help in all areas, if you know what I mean. Plus, it smells incredible. I mean, orange, like for my mimosas, my DIY essential oil mimosas, a couple drops of orange in champagne, so good. Or like in brownies with chocolate. Hello. Oh, so good. Okay, so next is cypress. Cypress is actually one that I would recommend, and Lucy recommends for you and him, for him and her. This is an oil that I use in my cellulite oil that I make, because cypress increases circulation. So if you think about that as it applies to the downstairs areas, cypress increasing circulation, right? Increasing blood flow. When you have increased blood flow, your sensitivity is heightened. So when you're touched and rubbed, it's going to feel that much better because you have more blood flow. So not just for him, we as ladies also need a lot of blood flow in our South Pole as well. So this is one that just like will rock both of you guys. Which is why now you know I used, I'm doing a cypress roller giveaway in the first video that I filmed yesterday. So I think you should head on over there and make sure that you're entered to win now that you know why you want this. Because you can rub this onto the inner thigh, you can actually apply it directly to the shaft, his soldier. In terms of us, maybe with a bit of carrier oil, but again, you know, you make a little roller bottle with some carrier and a couple other whatever you want. So here's what's fun. Get creative. Play with these. Like for example, I make what I call it like a party starter, and it's just like a lube roller, and it's gonna have cypress, orange, clary sage, and sensation. So based on what we've talked about already, you can see why each of these would be really nice, like getting you calm, getting you worked up, getting you nice and juicy, and having these like really aphrodisiac oils that you can smell and that your partner can smell. So definitely, you know, mix, combine, have a good time with that. One oil that isn't in the graphics that I posted, but I just want to mention it, is Valor. And this isn't one that you would think of as an aphrodisiac, but really what Valor does is it increases our confidence. So if you're kind of shy in the bedroom, excuse me, or you're not quite there yet and you really want to be there, maybe Valor and orange together, like in the diffuser, or just as kind of a perfume, maybe throughout the day while you're getting ready for date night and you want to be really confident and courageous. This is a great one to kind of wear leading up to the time that you guys share that intimate space. So I just wanted to include that because I love Valor. I've used it before, important interviews, or before I teach classes, or just, maybe you have to have a serious talk with someone and you want to be in your center. Valor is just going to give you that extra bit of confidence and kind of centeredness that we need to move forward in life. So I don't have any live viewers. I was going to answer questions, but it looks like nobody has questions. So when you come on and you watch this and you have questions, feel free to post. And I'm going to come back later today. I think I have a thing, but I'm going to try to, maybe at 6 o'clock, I'm going to come back and talk about the oils for him. So that's like the serious, bound chicka wow wow, exciting stuff that you are not going to want to miss. And he's not going to ever forgive, thanking you for watching and getting him these oils, because they are super awesome and they work for you too. So anyway, I'll talk more about that later. Hope you guys are having a great day. I'll see you soon. Bye.